Inside, 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 inside. So there's a great difference energetically between giving up and surrendering. When a person gives up, often there's a sense of loss, hopelessness, a depletion of energy, possibly a feeling of contraction. Most of us associate giving up with, not having any more hope. Like I give up, and there's energetically a feeling of depression with that. You can even feel it in yourself if you think about giving up. When have you given up in your lives? What does it feel like to just give up? Different than, oh, I give up, which is a statement of frustration, or I just give up. The giving up that I'm addressing is more like when there's a sense of giving up the fight, giving up the willfulness towards something. And surrender is very different energetics. Surrender is more moving into the what is. I surrender that this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is the what is. Surrender has a flavor of acceptance to it. Most of us who have control issues, surrender is a really good teaching for us. So we want to be willful. We want to navigate. We want to figure things out, especially with our left brain. Figure out how things can go. Control a situation. To surrender is to say, I turn this over. I allow the unfolding to be what it is. I don't know my way through this, and there's hope, and there's energy, and there's life force, and I'm surrendering to the conditions and circumstances and the unfolding. And in surrendering comes a flavor of allowance. And when we're allowing, then there's more space. I always talk about curiosity. Curiosity creates a lot of space. So when we're in surrender, we're allowing everything to be as it is, and we're curious about what's going to happen next. How will it unfold? We're giving up the will struggle. We're giving up control. We're just opening to the moment and saying, I surrender. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do with this situation. And there's a life-giving energy in surrender, whereas in giving up, there's a death-feeling energy, a lifeless, hopeless, letting go that doesn't lift the spirit. It's more of a just a heavier kind of quality. So I'd like to recommend for those of us who start to feel like we're fighting against something, or we're being willful, or we're trying to control, tasting the idea of surrender and opening our curiosity about, if I surrender, I wonder what will happen next. And when I speak about surrender, a lot of people say to me, well, I'm not going to surrender to anybody. I don't trust anybody else with my life. And I'm not talking about surrendering to someone else. I'm speaking of surrendering to your divine intelligence. So an example might be something like this. I don't know how to navigate my way through this. My personality has certain points it wants to hold on to and ways it wants to control a situation. I am willing to surrender to the fact that I don't truly know, I don't actually have control, and I want to be in a well way with whatever this thing is that I'm surrendering about. So if I surrender to my divine intelligence, then I'm saying, hey, my humanness doesn't know what to do with this. My left brain can't make sense of it, and my ego is fighting. So why don't I surrender all of that to the divine intelligence within me and call that forward and watch what happens. If my intention is for the highest good for me and everybody else, I can almost promise that surrender will bring the results that are the best and highest good results for yourself and everyone else. And I know I've seen that in my life a lot. So energetically, big difference between giving up and surrender. I recommend surrender. It's a good medicine. Is there